Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my beautiful, beloved, soul-inspired beings. Today, I feel like sharing again. And I want to share about the notion of how we deny our power. We've all been in situations where we, kind of been triggered by someone else in our own sense of self, This might be at work, a certain colleague who makes a comment on you, on your working style, on your behavior, on your clothing style, whatever. This might be even a friend, it might be a lover, it might be someone we feel attracted to. Anyone, it might even be an online person that kind of says something about you, like, yeah, even, a vulnerable place, like when you share your heart and you be your authentic self and someone goes like, Goosh. And I want to tell you, it's a hard one because what we initially do is like we go like this. Our heart closes, we feel hurt, and we kind of need to go into a protection mode. That's like the natural movement that happens when something triggers us really deeply. And sometimes it happens that you notice, like even days after the event, you're still not yet in your power, It might be your thoughts keep going to this event or what that person said and if there's some truth about it or not. It might be you're not thinking about it at all, but yet you feel kind of only half of yourself, You feel like sluggish, not really in your own body, and the days are just kind of hard on you. So what can we do? The first thing is noticing it, Once you notice, well, I'm out of my power, I've actually given my power away because that's what happened. You gave more credit to that comment, that behavior, that reaction of that one person than to your own truth. So the first thing is really acknowledging it. Okay, here we go. I've given my power away. And once you observe, the first shift happens. It might be for some this is already the work and your power comes back just by acknowledging it has gone. But if it's a deeper thing, which I've been through recently myself, it needs some more. It really needs to fully breathe into that hole in you, because what has happened is that one person was your teacher, your blessing, that has just shown you a hole in your self-love, It just has shown you a little tiny, what do you want to call it, like briquette, or a little tiny thing in your wholeness, that wants to be healed. And if you just stuff it away with food, with alcohol, with distraction, it'll come again. It might not be the same person, but there will be another teacher coming, showing you exactly that wound in you. So, unless you want to keep repeating it and you don't mind, I'd invite you to really feel it, to, create your own space, go to your meditation space whatsoever, and feel into that wounded part of you. That part that kind of bought into the comment of the other person. That part of kind of doesn't feel whole until or unless it's loved by that other person. That part that felt like, oh well, if this person kind of rejects me, then I'm not worth loving, so I rather don't be whole at all. And that part that you kind of gave away to this event or person, feel it, talk to it. Very often it's a childhood wound, it's like your inner child, how we call it. So you can also just take a mirror in front of your hand, look at yourself, and be compassionate about what happened. Talk to you, talk to that wound as an adult, giving it the love that it needs and that it has actually needed back in childhood, but wasn't able to give it to himself. Right? And once you've looked at that wound, just, say a prayer and call those parts back home. Call them back home. It needs your willingness, really. It needs your willingness, because if we are addicted to self-sabotage or to, sometimes we're just addicted to the suffering, then all that won't work. So it really needs your complete willingness. And even if it's ever so hard because there's a part of you in resistance, say a prayer. And say it as often as you need it. Say, "Dear God, thank you for helping me to calling all those unloved parts back to me. And thank you for making me whole." And so it is. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful day, week, weekend, month, whatever, whenever you're watching this. Have a blessed time.